Coronavirus are a group of RNA virus, RNA. Coronavirus are a group of RNA virus that cause disease in mammals and birds. In humans and birds, they cause respiratory tract infection that can range from mild to lethal. Mild illness in humans include some cases of the common cold, while more lethal varieties can cause SARS, MERS, and COVID-19. In cows and pigs, they cause diarrhea, while in mice they cause hepatitis and encephalomyelitis. There are as yet no vaccines or antiviral drugs to prevent or treat human coronavirus infection. Coronavirus constitute the subfamily Orthocoronavirinae. In the family Coronaviridae are the Nidovirales and Rhamniboviridae. There are involved virus with a positive sense single stranded RNA genome and a nucleocapsid of helical symmetry. The genome size of coronavirus range from approximately 26 to 32 kilobase, one of the largest among RNA virus. They have characteristic globe-shaped spikes that project from their surface, which in electron micrographs create an image reminiscent of the solar corona, from which their name derives.
Coronavirus disease, or COVID-19, is an infection disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. Most people infected with COVID-19 virus will experience mild to moderate respiratory illness and recover without requiring special treatment. Older people and those with underlying medical problems like cardiovascular disease, diabetes chronic, respiratory disease, and cancer are more likely to develop serious illness. The best way to prevent and slow down the transmission is to be well informed about the COVID-19 virus, the disease it causes, and how it spread. Protect yourself and others from the infection by washing your hands or using alcohol-based drop frequently, and do not touch your face. The COVID-19 virus spread primarily through droplets or saliva or discharge from the nose when an infected person cough or sneeze. So it's important that you also practice respiratory etiquettes. For example, by coughing into the flexed elbows like this.
Amazing! In times of pandemics like now, it's very easy for us to think negatively about everything, starting from economic hardship, restrictions on socializing, and many more. But behind it all, we must believe that there is a wisdom or positive thing that we can take. Behind the distress and misfortune that exists during the coronavirus, we can find positive or good things that we can do to fill our spare time because of the implementations of online schools and work from home. In order to accept the situations and be grateful, we must change the perceptions that what happened was not bad luck and was not our fault either. We do this to keep thinking positively and increasing enthusiasm and creativity so that our immune systems remain stable, so we are not susceptible to the spread of the coronavirus.
Will be positive things of distance learning. 1. Children have a lot of time at home with family. 2. Various learning methods instead of just being in the classroom. They are now flexible in learning from home. 3. Children are sensitive and adapt to change. 4. Like it or not, children must explore technology. 5. Some children feel comfortable learning from home because no one is bullying. Also, some various activities that can be carried out to fill the spare time include 1. Learn to grow crops. 2. Increase self-insight and abilities by attending webinars or workshops held by various official bodies and reading knowledge books books and journals. 3. Exercise, at least twice a week to increase stamina. 4. Next for 15
The negative impact felt by student dimensions of the COVID-19 pandemic include the 1. Not all students who have a smartphone to do online learning. 2. Areas that far from the city center are not disturbed by unstable networks, making it very difficult to follow online learning simultaneously. 3. Not all the students can learn as effective as school because of several factors such as lack concentration, lack of understanding of the material and parental relationship, which urge children study at home.
On the other hand, the coronavirus pandemic has also had various negative impact. Not only has an impact on health, but also on the daily life, such as limited activities outside the home. The economy is starting to decline, so that many people have experienced cut in wages and layoff. Until now, it was still unknown when the situation would end, and what could be done as appreciation. So try to maintain cleanliness and health, such as routinely washing your hand before eating or after using the toilet, applying the etiquette of coughing and sneezing, using a mask when leaving the house, applying to keep your distance.
Pandemic Education Solution. First, the Ministry of Education immediately created the National Emergency Curriculum during the pandemic. The Ministry of Education also made emergency curriculum textbook in the form of e-book and e-read material. It's make easier for students and also lecturers to studying. Second, in this emergency curriculum, religious learning and character education is very important. Third, made online learning presented by the best teacher nationwide and requested the district city create online class with emergency curriculum. Fourth, Ministry of Education as local government for teachers who are teaching online to get special assignment.
5. The Ministry of Education socialize free codes so that children can use online learning for students who cannot afford it. 6. For private schools that are financially problematic, the Ministry of Education provides operational assistance for teachers' salaries and maintain school facilities. That could be a transfer of school operational assistance funds for students. 7. Lecture during the COVID pandemic can focus on online lecture by facilitating that free Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook apps. The Ministry of Education opened a permit for universities to open online lecture without face-to-face the open university doors, reducing tuition fees. The COVID-19 pandemic could be a means for Indonesians to return to the right education, namely getting to know their God Almighty God. I call it the superational way of thinking and having the positive character of a nation among them got so wrong, yeah? I call it a superational character. After that, you learn the science that can be used for life skills. Hopefully, with KDN, make the younger generation better even though the COVID-19 pandemic lasts a long time, be it 6 months, a year to a year or time, be it 6 months, a year to a year or 2 years. This solution that I made, if examined more deeply, can actually be a solution of teacher shortage that is being faced by Indonesia. It could be that enhanced KDN will be national curriculum that is ready to adapt to the COVID-19 pandemic that is never complete. Thank you.
I will conclude the discussion of the material above that the coronavirus disease COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by the coronavirus. At the end of 2019, found in the city of Wuhan. Most people who get COVID-19 will experience mild to moderate symptoms and will recover without special treatment. How to spread this virus to objects around you contaminated with the COVID-19 virus that we touch and then touch our mouth, nose and eyes. You can get it by breathing air that contains the virus. If you are too close to someone who is already infected with COVID-19. The positive impact of the COVID-19 pandemic is that children have a lot of time at home and filling other activities, such as farming.
Besides that, there are many negative impacts that this pandemic has caused, such as limited activities outside the home. The economy is starting to decline, and students who have to take time off make studying ineffective due to a lack of understanding of the material. The solution that must be done by the Ministry of Education to socialize the free culture so that children can use online learning for students who cannot afford it, as well as being able to open a university as soon as possible so that way.